Okay. Damn, my bangs are not giving today. I just shower. I just worked out, so I'm a bit sweaty. But it's fine because you guys won't be seeing me much. Let's see. I don't remember what time. Oh, it was, ow, 10 a.m. and I can't sleep, so I'll just sleep when I get home. Also, we're gonna switch this show I have because I was watching playthroughs of horror games, and that's probably not very great background sound. Hold on, I have to watch this. Oh. Hello. It was just a really good transition. And I don't think I watched this one yet, because I think it just came out either today or a day ago. It came out a day ago. I'm working on a piece that me and Zawa are doing together.
You're not there for me, so maybe if you subscribe, you can actually be there when I upload my videos, and we can work through this together, like we're in couples therapy. Speaking of therapy, this girl definitely needs it. This is her here. Her name's Tony, otherwise known as Baby Tony 99. I don't know if does that mean they were born in 1999? Or maybe they're 99 years old, but just like Peter Pan, they don't actually age. And as you can see, just like from her latest videos, over half of these star Peter Pan. But there is just a crazy amount of Peter Pan stuff here. But it's all Disney. Like, the 5% of it that isn't Peter Pan related is still Disney stuff. We'll play our most popular video, which is this one here. What? Whoa! Where did you get this? I made it! No, you didn't. I made it. This is really nice.
Hello, welcome in everyone.
I want to take a picture of you with it. Oh, okay. You guys look just like each other. If you were a duck. Hey. Oh, that was a duck? Yeah. I guess you're right. Amazing. So would your duck quack or would it crow? Oh, it would definitely crow. It's not as good as me though. No. What? So why are you looking at me like that? Hey, I'll take pictures for me though. Did you give it to me? I'm gonna take a picture of you with it. Oh, it's not for me. It's not for me enough. Do you want one? You know what? I was so ready to go into this video with a negative outlook and talk about how horrible it was and the stalking and everything along those lines. But so far, obviously there's more that we're going to talk about, but so far, this could genuinely just be an adult who has, I don't know, some sort of disability. Yeah, like some sort of learning disability or some type, like, you know, there are plenty of reasons to why adults might act more childish. And it is, in some ways, good to know that the people who work at Disneyland are very supportive of these adults. There isn't really much judgment. You can see a little kind of wee little bits where the mask starts to slip a tiny little bit. There are definitely moments where the bloke here does seem a little bit uncomfortable, like, all right, what's going on here? And if this was like an isolated incident where this, you know, this was the only time it happened, it's like the one video on her channel where she actually interacts with a Peter Pan, and they're very supportive of it. It goes on a little too long, but whatever, it's no big deal. Then it'd be one thing. It would possibly even be quite, it would even maybe be quite sweet. However, the issue comes with when you look at Tony's account, because she goes to Disneyland, Disney World, whatever you want to call it, every single week. And no matter who the person playing Peter Pan is, she goes right through them and forces them to be in sort of a dumb little video. And at least the top comments being ones like these. Hot take, these actors should have a right to break character at any moment for adult behavior like
I don't like this tail.
repercussions or ramifications due to workplace harassment laws,
especially in California, which I feel like isn't really that much of a hot take, to be honest. Like, it should be pretty standard procedure for if you feel uncomfortable as someone who works at Disneyland or Disney World, you should be able to break character and sort of run off or go to a superior or tell a manager or something along those lines. Is that not a rule? Like, you really need to stay in character even if you feel like genuinely threatened? Apparently they have a safety code word like cease to immediately get help from supervisors or security during emergencies or distressing guest interactions. I'm not sure if this counts as a distressing guest interaction though, especially again if it's like a one-time thing. But the issue is, again, I'm not sure if you can see the red bar at the shows how long we've been in this video. Like, there's so much video left. How long is this? We're 50 seconds in. This is a 5-minute video. There are other kids that want to interact with Peter Pan, like actual children, not Tony.
I turned on my computer to charge my phone.
Can I get him on video that I gave it to you?
Hello, welcome in. Holy shit, there's 30 of you in here. Welcome in. We're just kind of doing some chill art. And I have a show on in the background, for those who are wondering.
It's just a little bit like, you know when men go to strip clubs and they think the strippers like fallen in love with them? I don't know if that's like an appropriate comparison, but it's the only one that I can think of right now. Like, does she genuinely think that he's like really invested in this storyline that she's sort of playing out here? Or that he isn't incredibly annoyed by the amount of time that she's taking and the people who also want to have like, who also want to talk to Peter Pan?
Now you're gonna take a picture with it. Okay. Here. You have to take care of it. What are you gonna name it though? How do I take care of it? We have to feed it twice a day.
Oh my gosh, I can't see. And then I have, my stand has like little, I don't even know how to describe them. They're like little holes in it and it makes it sound like I'm breathing really hard. Because it like echoes almost. It's weird.
I can make stuff too. It's really nice. Thanks for making this for me. Even though it wasn't originally for me. Are you sure? Yeah. I have a lot of things. It's for you. Oh no. I can make them. That should make a lot. Oh.
Yeah, why did you do this if you didn't want the toy back? Like, why on earth, what other reason is there for you to sort of cup your hands like you're grabbing water from like a lake or something? That is like universal sign for give me whatever is in your hand right now. What else could you possibly have meant by that?
Oh, you want another prize?
Just snap a photo and list in minutes. Easy, right? The buyer covers shipping, so there's no cost for you. And with zero...
You still have the leaf? I do. I really do, actually. Does she have the leaf? Yes, she really does. You weren't even there. I saw the video. I'm her number one fan.
So they've interacted.
This needs to be pulled out just a little bit further. And then we're just doing line art on my YouTube, but then if you want to go to my TikTok, I will either be coloring it in today or tomorrow. Depends on if I have time today, because I can spend hours on line art, but I'm really not trying to spend too much time on this. Because it was a collaboration and the other person is still waiting on my finished product.
So you lied to me. I'm a dog. I made you a dog. I'm sorry. Ducks have necks. This is a chick. What? They're little tiny. Quack, quack. Quack, 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 quack.
I don't think he's very happy. I don't think he's very entertained by all this. But yeah, look at this picture from the 6th of January 2015. You've been at this, man. 10 years ago, I met the lost boy who changed my life. It's been over 10 years.
Whatever that was. See, it's a crow. Yeah. Showing my sound. It's a crow. I can read it. Uh-oh. I'm watching you. I'm watching you. Listen, you make hats. I'm a hatter. You're a hatter. We're in competition. You win. He's being jealous. I've never seen him jealous before. Oh, what's it? I love it. I've always wanted. No, I'll give you something else.
Trying to make it look
You know what I love,
straight.
by the way? I love that this Peter Pan is being
'Cause this is my
voiced
new
by
signature.
sort of given up. Because you're not meant to. Surely you can't do that voice for like extended periods of time. It's like the Mario voice. You can't. You can just a couple words, yahoo, all that bullshit, but you can't do like full sentences or conversations as Mario. You just can't. It's like this Peter Pan is just talking like a normal American bloke at the minute.
Hello, welcome in. Oh my gosh, I can't I can't see. Okay, you guys can still see that. Alright.
Yay. Where'd the other one go? It's in my pocket. Okay. Bigger one. Then the lizard. I'll give you this. Yeah. I could do something. Yeah, yeah. This is my favorite. You like this one? Yeah. Well, now what? You have your prizes. I have my prize. Yeah, we'll see you next week, right? Cross my heart as a last split honor.
We'll see you next week. God, it is really weird. The person behind the camera is like sort of encouraging it as well. So it's not as though it's one person who's just being overly obsessed here. It's like a whole team of people encouraging and perpetrating this behavior. This is like habitual for them. It's genuinely a part of their weekly routine. How do you even have the money to go to Disneyland every day? Is Disneyland California? I've only been to the one in Florida. Is the Californian one like cheaper? Standard one day, one park tickets prices for Disneyland California range from $104 to $224. So is she paying like $100 every week minimum, by the way, to meet Peter Pan? Or is there like, I don't know, maybe some sort of deal or like she goes so often, there's like a discounted thing maybe? Either way, she's spending way too much money just to interact with this poor bloke in a Peter Pan costume, dude. The people around her, the people in her life need to be a little bit like, mate, you have to calm down a little bit. Like, it's getting ridiculous now. It's been 10 years. It's been 10 fucking years, dude. And you can see like actual children in the background at many parts of this video anxiously waiting to finally meet Peter Pan, but their time is being completely stolen by this lassie here, Tony.
I will take care of my duck slashes. Sounds great. Thank you, Peter. You're welcome. We love you. I know. Oh. See you later. Okay, sounds great. Thanks for the prize. Sorry, Peter. See you later. See ya.
Nate, hit him with the I love you, and then Peter just goes, I know, like with the Han Solo move there. Not even I love you. Well, obviously he's not going to say I love you too. That's definitely not a part of the rules. You can't say that to someone like this. No way. Just I know. Oh God, he's livid. I think you could, honestly, I do think he's actually livid inside. You just know he went home and he cracked open the biggest bottle of whiskey.
What? Whoa!
Yeah, even that what at the start. I don't think he likes them very much, man. There was someone here, Rude Boy Brody, that did like a whole video, like a big, like a minute-long summary of it all.
So have you heard about the Disney adult gone viral for her 10-year obsession with Peter Pan?
That's an incredible intro. Get into it.
Disney adult Tony went viral documenting.
Okay, hold on, wait. Let me pull up my references because I'm changing my style. Okay, those were old references. This is kind of the style I'm wanting to do. I think I could pull it off with this one. The eyes aren't too big.
Anyway, I used to think the definition of Disney adult was just an adult who likes Disney.
Kind of like this style, or this one.
Am I a Disney adult? Peter Pan's great. I like Peter Pan.
Not sure if that one's AI. Half of me says it's AI, half of me says it's not. And that drives me nuts. So, this is just for reference on shading. Reference on eyes. This is also a reference for eyes. Also a reference on eyes. Use the airbrush. I kind of want to do this with her face, but it's only the one half of her face, so we'll see if I end up doing that.
As little kids are waiting until to get there.
But yeah, but when he says 10-year obsession, like, God, he really is not exaggerating there. We already saw that image of like him meeting him, of her meeting him rather, in 2015. But even if you sort by oldest on the TikTok page, you can see like there's videos of her in Disney meeting Beetlejuice and stuff in 2019. The first video on her page is probably, I bet it's Disney related. No, it's not. Okay, it's not. hair tutorial thing. Where's the first Disney video? I think it is that Beetlejuice one. Or is this it here? No, it's not. It's actually a very... No, it's not that one. Types of people at Disneyland. You should be like a commentator.
It's so hot.
Between traveling, spending time outdoors, and soaking up every bit of summer,
And I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. And I'm dying. It's incredibly warm.
Identical to me, to be honest. It is the first Peter Pan related video on her page as well. 2020, you know. God, there's no way this is the same actor. Oh, copyrighted. Now replace this. No, that's a different actor. And no shot. I don't think that's the same guy at all. If it is, that'd be so funny. Like, she's interacted with Peter Pan so much that we've actually seen him grow, which canonically not good. Disney needs to work on that. This girl's a liability to the Disneyland framework. They're ruining the marketability of their Peter Pan actor by watching him grow.
You're lost, girl.
This is just her content, no matter who the actor is.
If you got green tights on, she's good.
She has different nicknames for each iteration of the brother, and her latest target is known as the Green Bean.
The green bean.
Track this man down for an alleged...
No, she has different nicknames for every actor that plays Peter Pan. The fact that you can even recognize each one and go, oh, today it's the Green Mean Machine. I can't tell which one that is in the distance. Like, is that How Have You Green, or is that Dressing Green So I Can Cream? I can't. Oh, which one? I have to get a bit closer so I can tell. Oh, it was neither. It was Peter Pan sexual, of course. You want to figure this out, by the way. Peter Pan is the god of everything. That's why his name is Pan. You read that?
People who work for the city are not allowed to accept gifts. They even allowed to do that?
Experts are analyzing Peter Pan's body language. This brother looks like he needs to smoke a cigarette at the end of a shift.
Pretending to fly with fairy dust, little Tinkerbell on your shoulder all day. I mean, that's got to be tough, especially when you've got Tony with an eye chasing you down with a dinosaur you do not want.
This is the equivalent of a strip club thinking Shorty's actually in love with them.
No! I thought my joke was so good, man. I thought my joke was so funny and original. For fuck's sake. Naz, do some movie magic there and make it seem as though he didn't make the same joke that I did.
No, I don't think I will. Fell in love with Peter Pan. He gets paid to do that, mama.
She had this man literally pinned up against the wall.
He got Wendy. He don't want you.
At one point, he even tried to...
No, he doesn't have Wendy. This guy sat on the chair he's not a true Peter Pan fan, man. See, we've got two opposite ends of the spectrum. We've got this girl who's too obsessed with Peter Pan. And then you got this guy right there who's sat down. He don't like Peter Pan enough. But the whole point of Peter Pan is that he doesn't get Wendy. Because Wendy chooses to be a fucking badass and actually deal with her problems, act like an adult. Whereas Peter Pan's a big pussy, right? He's a coward. He sits out of that shit. He don't want to grow up. He wants to be a kid forever because he can't handle the responsibilities of it all. Wendy, that's who you want to be. That's who you want to strive to be. But they couldn't end up together because then Wendy would be a fucking pedo.
Puts her off to the fake Mad Hatter.
Impersonators, they gotta stick together. Sometimes you gotta pass them off when they get a little too crazy. It ain't Neverland, sweetheart.
But here's the real kicker. So what's to say? This sister is married.
Tony's married? Guarantee your husband's name is Peter.
Looked like he was a mariner in the Naval Academy. Captain Hook. She's not the only one with this bizarre infatuation.
Is she married? I'll have to look into that. There's no shot.
It's back to the Tumblr days of 2012, where this was a trend to be enamored with this brother.
Tony's still worried about trends from 2012 and big 2026?
This has fans debating, is this just a woman doing what she loves? Or have Disney adults gone on too far?
What we need to do is sit down all the Peter Pans and find out if any of them felt uncomfortable. And if so, Tony should be prosecuted.
I don't know if prosecution is the right word. Like legal prosecution? Just be banned from Disney, I think. Although, she's probably giving Disney so much money. Disney have sort of gone downhill recently with everything. So, you know, half of their revenue probably comes from Tony visiting the parks, I feel. Does she actually have a husband? Is there any evidence for that, or is that just sort of a legend? People ask how I got a 5-minute video of The Lost Boy. It's sort of laughing about the video we just watched. Just saying, if he didn't want to be around me, he would literally run away. There's no way they're allowed to just run away. Oh no! There's literally a video on your page of him trying to run and skip away, and you literally chased him down. Oh my god, there's a screenshot of it as well, for fuck's sake, man. This is a nice comment here. I don't want to crush your enthusiasm because we all need some whimsy and wonder. Like your leap of faith, perhaps in the future be a tiny bit more considerate of the worker on the other end of the direction. Got to make sure you're reading their social views and respecting their time, space, allowing them to graciously interactions and interact with others. Some people are being way too mean to you, but I think if you look at the video you posted objectively, you'll see where some of the criticism is coming from. If you get to go back, maybe you can make some adjustments so it's a fun experience for both of you. That's such a nice and reasonable comment. What's this response here? Although this is very nice way of putting it, I think this is becoming out there that has now become naked. It seems like she has gained confidence in herself by going there and has lost self-awareness because it's serving her once. It's like going to a casino to gamble. I don't think she can turn it off even if she understands your point. No, she's having a hard time separating fake and reality because he interacts with him. There's like a picture here of them being on my first love was indeed a lost boy. Fuck me. People are saying that she's been stalking him. I'm not sure if this meets the legal definition of stalking. I understand why people have that feeling though. But in my mind, it's like how much of this is on her? I mean, how much of this is on Disney for like, you know.
The Jimenez family are having battery issues. But a friendly AutoZoner tests their battery and helps them find the right Duralast.
Like, surely they should have some better rules in place to prevent stuff like this from happening. Like, this worker should be able to go in the back and tell the managers what's going on and be like, look, I don't like this. Like, what can I do to prevent this happening? And have sort of security guard around or something along those lines, or just someone to be like, it's enough now. It's enough time with Peter. Caption giving the same vibe as if she didn't want to, she would have said no. I'm not sure that's a fair comparison at all. If it's a man who's obsessed with a woman, it's so much more fucking dangerous. Like, this Peter Pan is not like... his physical health is not in danger. It's just a bit weird and uncomfortable. Like, if anything were to happen that was even potentially physically dangerous, there's like, I'm sure security at Disneyland's pretty fucking good. And I'm sure if it got like physical, he would be able to break character without fear of being reprimanded or whatever. Again, I understand the comparison, but I just don't think it's fair at all. I think it's important to keep the criticism of this woman proportional to the actual actions that she is committing, if that makes sense. Anyway, let's have a look at these body language videos, because these have gone crazy viral.
To homecoming? Yeah. Well, I don't know. What is homecoming?
I don't think I'm gonna add shading until I know where I want everything placed, like where I have all of like the line art done, you know. And then we'll do colored line art too, I think.
Oh no, like look, man, it's just, he's like so obviously, because that's not in character. Peter Pan wouldn't do that in the movie. He wouldn't do that in any of the source material. This is just the actual guy. This isn't Peter Pan. This is fucking Steve, who goes for a pint every Saturday with the boys. I'll tell you what, the stories that this guy must have on that fucking table when they're drinking Guinness or something, his friends must love it. Right, tell us about that weird girl. Yeah, what's she done this time? Or they're probably watching her TikTok and being like, oh mate, I saw you made the way that you had to fucking pretend to be interested in that shite crochet was unbelievable. So like she just does this a lot. Like, oh, come to my homecoming. It's National Proposal Day. It's like this actual romantic infatuation with the fucking Peter Pan guy that is very uncomfortable. It's bad. Like it is. I don't like this at all. I very much understand where the stalker allegations come from. I'm just not very. I don't think I'm qualified to call her a stalker legally. I understand if you feel as though it's stalking, that's different from like the legal definition though, of course. Because like it is exclusive to Disneyland. Like she's not actually found out who this is and is sort of outside of Disneyland having to go and sort of walking around following him, finding his social media, all this shit. Maybe that's because she doesn't have the ability to do so, and if she was like able to, she would. I definitely wouldn't put it past her, but for as long as that's not happening, I don't think stalking's the right word for it, but I wouldn't like be mad at you for using that word necessarily. And you can see, by the way, there, he walks away and Tony walks like, Tony follows him. So this is exactly what she was saying about, oh, if he didn't want to be around me, he would run away. This is him running away and it's her following him. But he straight up says no and then walks away, and then Tony does some weird, stupid love symbol, and then the clip cuts, but she's clearly walking towards him. Yeah, man. Like, how does she not realize how uncomfortable he is with all this? Happy National Kiss a Ginger Day. This is so weird, man. This was 2018, though, to be fair. Like, she was maybe, 15 here? Wait, no. 1999. She would have been 19 here. What the fuck? I was thinking she was born the same year as me. Yeah, and that's literally him pulling away. Bro, look, even Peter Pan's biggest op, Captain Hook, is feeling sorry for him at this point. Bro, you know it's bad when the biggest op, the arch nemesis, is like, oh, Peter, man, I feel for you. This girl's doing way too much. And she just keeps pulling him in. Like, this is horrible. Oh my god, there's so many clips of it, man. I don't understand how you can be so unself-aware. Like, how do you not realize he doesn't want you to be around him? Every fucking sure there's like a Disneyland rule where you are not allowed to let go from a hug, like you have to wait for them to let go first, or is I don't know if that's a myth or whatever. It's definitely not one being followed by him. Not that I blame him at all. I hope he doesn't get fucking punished for that. But this is very uncomfortable to watch. It is horrible.
I know you scared. That's cool.
Oh, she's in school? Hi, Tony! You're always scared of me anyway.
Oh, the way that his face drops.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck me. Because you know he's genuine. He's just finished interacting with like actual children who are full of wonder. Oh my god, it's Peter Pan. And they turn back. Ah, these fuckers again. God damn it. I bet he wishes he could actually fly away at this point. And then just another picture of him looking deeply uncomfortable at a hug. And then she's got Peter Pan merchandise as well. God. The fact that she's also married makes this worse. I've not seen any like, oh my fucking god, 1 year of marriage down, forever to go. Yeah, she is actually married to a Marine. Yeah, he was right. Well, I'm not sure if maybe he's cosplaying a Marine for the wedding. It's a bit of a strange wedding unless he's like, whatever, right? She is married.
Live life. Never bugged with Stem's multi-insect spray.
That's the point. Fucking wonder how he feels about all this. Also, isn't Disney expensive? How can she afford to be there every day? That's what I'm saying. You can pay once a year for a yearly pass, so until the pass expires, you can go any day you want. You can get a year pass, you might live close by, so probably she has that. Okay. Yeah, I know in Florida, if you live in Florida, then you have like a huge discount for Disneyland. Disney World. I'm not sure what it's called still. Maybe it's the same in California. Let's see. Yes, they do. They do get special ticket discounts. They're limited time promotions though, but they do get discounts, so that probably helps if she lives in California. I'm guessing that she doesn't make the fucking commute to California every single time she wants to meet Peter Pan. Although again, I wouldn't really put it past her. There's more, of course, because of course there is. Peter had me read him the whole book of Peter Pan. You read the whole fucking book to him. No wonder he looks so done in this picture. Mate, look at his face here. Look at that. Oh god, that is so bad. Maybe she does know deep down that she just doesn't want to accept it. Like she refuses to. She's in complete denial that Peter Pan might not be interested in her or the actor.
That guy is like, I hate my fucking job. I would hate my job too, bro.
Does she genuinely like somewhere believe that this is a real Peter Pan? Is she just not thinking about it too clearly? If she thought about the actor too much and like really deep that it's not the real Peter Pan and it's a fucking like just regular dude dressed up
Hi,
as
welcome
him,
in.
would that sort of ruin the immersion for her? Would that make her feel any different? There's so many things that I'm so curious about here. But the main thing is like, how are you able to even do this? Like, surely you would be embarrassed. How is she not banned? Disney could just ban her for sexual harassment. But fuck, I'm more than happy with the word harassment being used here. People keep saying if a man did this. When I worked at Disney World's Haunted Mansion, women maids were warned in training that there was an annual pass holder who would come and try to get the ladies who work at the mansion to sneeze on him. Instead of banning him from the park like they should have, they would warn the cast members. Disney does not care about the cast members' safety over the bottom dollar like people would like to believe. That's fucking horrible, dude. Again, it is a TikTok comment, so who knows how real it is, but like, I believe them. It's a really weird thing to lie about. They need to stop harassing this twink, aka likes. That's horrible. I hate that. People are just using the word twink.
There's a dog here.
Now, I think it's fucking grim. Okay, so even if she is autistic, people need to be calling her out and letting her know that her boundaries need to be put in place. I'm autistic, and if I was making someone uncomfortable and didn't know or realize, I would pray people would be telling me. Yeah, of course. Like, if the thing is, she clearly, I mean, something's going on here for sure. But it's not an excuse though, because people around her need to.
I'm drawing a piece that me and Zal are working on together. Zawa did the other half in their style, and I'm doing it in my new style.
I think that's what this look is from Peter here. I hate that I'm calling him Peter, like that's his actual name. But I think that's what his look is when he's getting hugged by her. Like, this girl's hugging him, and then he's looking at the person holding the camera like, are you just gonna let this happen? Like, this is your mate. I'm feeling uncomfortable with this. Can you sort of tell her?
Hold on.
Not cool with this?
I'm going to quit. I'm gonna add in their half to the picture. Their signature is in it, so it's I probably won't line up all the way, but I am going to try.
Let some of the other kids, have their time. And I think it is good for people online to like call her out as well, but not be horrible about it, obviously, which a lot of people are, of course. I don't condone that at all. But I don't think it's working though, because as you can see from her account, like she's so in denial that it's ridiculous. Just look at her page again here. We're on the latest ones. Matt and I relationship summed up. Matthew Desmond is added here, but then what's going on?
Here. Are we best friends?
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely your best friend.
I swear to God, the thumbnail of this was Peter Pan. Oh no, it was a picture of her and Matt with Peter Pan. Whoever Matt Desmond is, I guess. This one's a Peter Pan one, though. My favorite moment from watching the Celebrate Happy Parade is her being very happy at it all. And she brings up the Peter Pan. I'm guessing this is something Peter Pan.
I uploaded it, so I'm not worried about like you guys seeing family members from my.
That's the plushie. Fuck off. What are these comments? You guys
Not
are so rude.
sure.
There's something wrong with her. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily disagree. But that
I mean, this
doesn't
is
make
fine,
this
but
right. Like, if you were being harassed by someone every single day, even if there was something wrong with them, you're still being harassed. Like, it's still a bad thing that's happening. And if someone is around, if people are around them who are able, because there's no way everyone in her life is completely oblivious to the fact that the Peter Pan actors are totally uncomfortable with what's going on here. Some of them must know, and they have to have the fucking stomach to tell her to calm the fuck down, wind her neck in. Like, she's married. She's a fucking married woman. Everyone watching this video has interacted with someone before in their life who was stuck around a bit too long, or just kept going on and on and on, or who didn't know when to leave, or stop talking, or end the conversation, or just leave them alone. Everyone has been in a situation like that, but I don't know, they're too nice, or they just didn't want to. They didn't have it in them to say, "All right, fuck off, I'm done with you now. I want to. I need to go home," sort of thing. Everyone has experienced that, and in many of those cases, the person that they're talking to does have some sort of neurodivergence, or is literally unable to tell because they lack the ability to understand social cues or something along those lines, that they're not invited anymore, or that it's uncomfortable, it's getting uncomfortable. But the thing that sucks about that is that doesn't make it any less uncomfortable for the person on the receiving end. A lot of the time,
this is just the black and white half of their piece. I think they updated it.
Look, I understand that you want to talk to me, I appreciate that, but like, I have something to do right now, I really need to go, type thing. But obviously, these actors can't do that because they get punished for it, breaking character. Which is why the onus should be on the staff, like the staff who aren't actors, like the managers and stuff, or the people around this girl to sort it. Out, because this isn't acceptable behavior in my opinion. It's not something that should be encouraged.
I figured I'd match where they put their signature and put mine up there, because it's really the only other place where you can put it without putting it over the art. So.
Again, but the thing is, all of these are videos of Peter walking away in front of them. I'm sure in his mind, he's hoping, like, I'm walking away, get the hint, don't follow me, please let me walk and interact with other people. But they just always follow him, every single time. By the way, it's really shitty to be taking the actors' time away from the parents and children who spend thousands on their vacations to be there. You're putting them in an awkward spot that they definitely don't get paid enough to be in. True! I'm so happy, I think I'll give you a kiss. I just had to try and kiss my favorite redhead on National Redhead Day. Like, how do you even post this picture without being horrifically
Is Peter Pan a redhead?
this was 2015, so she was, what, 15, 16 years old? That might be acceptable. They probably posed for this picture specifically. This one here, he loves us, I swear. I'm guessing his face is not one full of love. Again, though, this is 2016. I don't have as much of a problem with the ones where she's, like, still a teenager. Obviously, 15, 16 is way too old to think that these are actually real people, like the actual characters from the film. But, like, it's still, you know, you're whimsical. You have a bit of love in your heart. You don't want to be, like, you know, maybe she wasn't around them for too long. The pictures are okay. I don't mind the pictures, because it's a lot more possible that they're, like, that they're posing. Like, oh, Peter is, like, intentionally acting
Hello, welcome in.
disgusted for the sake of comedy or for the image. But it's the 5-minute long video.
Yeah, I always thought he was more like, not like redhead, but like, I think it's like russet is the correct word for it. It's like a mix between brown and red. Like you're not completely redhead, but you're not brunette either. Yeah, he's ginger. You can see, oh, I don't know who that is. Yeah, like in the sunlight, you kind of. That's just the wig, though.
My worry is that they're going to do what they did with the Tarzan actor and just take his character out of the parks entirely. What happened with the Tarzan actor? An ex-Jack Sparrow talks about life at Disney. Disney warned us we were going to have a lot of horny women coming onto us. They were also worried about girls. I heard Disneyland had an Esmeralda from Hunchback of Notre Dame. She was very flirtatious, and they finally pulled her because men found her too sexually arousing and were acting out. Yeah, I guess they just have to warn all the male actors about, like, women who are too obsessive, and they have to warn all the female actors about men that are too obsessive. Or, I mean, people of the same sex as well, I'm sure, too. Just obsessed. They all need to be warned about obsessive people, I suppose, who are being fucking weird and way too personal. The male character they had pulled was Tarzan. He moved snooped around the treehouse dressed in just a butt flap. Disney had hired these good-looking, muscular guys, even airbrushing abs on. And apparently there was excessive pinching of Tarzan's ass by the park's female visitors. Knowing all this, and also knowing what women were like around Jack at the Renaissance Fair, I told the other guys, don't complain if girls flirt with you too much. If you do, they'll pull the character from the park. So instead of actually, hiring like security measures or sort of fixing everything or making it safer for these people or less uncomfortable, they just fired them, got rid of them, got rid of their ability to make a living because of other people being weirdos. Here's a napkin someone wrote on for me. I will give you a blowjob on your break, so sexy.
Whoa.
Number. I would also get offers from women in my ear. Anything you want, just find me. I had a girl who turned 18 the day before. She was with a high school group and she wrote down her room number at the downtown Disney hotel. I had a lady hump my leg one day and the putt looked like a fucking dog.
Very handsome young man.
That's
10 years
really
ago, visiting Neverland
gross.
once a week. So she's genuinely visited Neverland once a week for 10 years. That's fucking insane, dude. I can't think of anything that I've done once a week for 10 years. Yeah, honest to God, I can't. I've probably gone to church when I was younger. There's probably a 10-year period where I went to church every week. He's so dumb with it. He's just sort of taking the piss at this point. Yeah, that's him now walking away, and again, she's just sort of following him.
It's always a good morning when you see the green.
Yeah, no, this is him. Literally, it could not be more obvious that he's skipping away, trying to escape, and she just won't stop.
Where's the... Hold on. I have a picture of a real person that I'm working on drawing, so that's why I'm covering. There we go. It's not
She
that
wrote this for
one.
him. When I applied to the college program, I never thought I would become attached to any character, but I did. It's funny to me because at work, they know I love the newts, so they can let me stand outside. What is that, the newts?
Sick of the non-stop noise of college financing options? Meet Earnest. We provide flexible private student loans that fill funding gaps and cover 100% of your college costs, so you can focus.
Dewey's? What the fuck? The Newton? Sorry, Specky Jabba's gonna have to make her return. I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. This is like a rare. It's like a shiny Pokemon coming out now. They know I love the Newies. It is Newies. I went through all this effort and it still makes no sense to me whatsoever. I need thinner frame glasses, man. I look like a fucking geek in these. It's ridiculous. I look so dumb. I'm looking at the viewfinder right now. They look so dumb. So they let me stand outside so I can wave at you and you can see me. I think my favorite memory with you was when I drew all the newsboys and you guys got off the trolley for the first time and signed them. And when you remembered me the first time, I also love giving you a toy hot dog. My plan was to
I think we'll be using a lot of airbrush.
They said you couldn't eat it. So that's why I got you the toy version.
Dip pen isn't terrible, but it doesn't give you as crisp of lines.
To see you soon. He probably read that as a fucking threat.
Mm.
That's the end of the video as well. Not this one, obviously, but the one that we're... I'm sure you knew what I meant by that. This is a great question. This is what I was wondering. Is she obsessed with the character Peter Pan and thinks the actor is him? Or is she obsessed with the actors? It's such a hard question. Like, does she actually believe the actors are Peter Pan? I'm struggling. I'm really, really struggling here.
Apparently, there's this woman that's been obsessed and in love with Peter Pan at Disneyland for 10 years. And I went down the rabbit hole and take a seat because this shit gets weird. All right, the first thing I'm going to say is a hot take that so many of you are going to disagree with me on, but I always see the comment that's like, oh, imagine if a grown man was doing this to Wendy and the roles were reversed, blah, blah, blah. Yo, we are living in the roles reversed. Okay, I put money on it that Jasmine and Ariel are getting harassed by grown men every single day at those Disney parks.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt in my mind. The women get the men. I mean, it just seems as though people who work at Disney get harassed by everyone all the time. You might be able to say that maybe the men get harassed more because you have like the evidence of Tarzan being pulled, but then there's also the possibility that Disney just took that one more seriously and they don't care as much if the women get harassed by like blokes or whatever. It really is hard to tell. All we know is that Disneyland workers get harassed a lot.
Comment just never eats to me. Second thing.
Yo, she is right though. I think that is a stupid comment. It makes no, like, in most situations when people use that comment, it's not there's some obviously situations where it can be used in like a tasteful manner where they clearly mean well. But in most of them, it's like very much a clear sort of distaste or hatred for how women act. Or
I
like some
don't
sort of enthusiasm
give
that they
out my
finally got
name.
on women. Like, aha, look, stay consistent. This
My
is bad
online
too, right?
surname
Say
would
it's
be
bad, right? Even
Abbott,
though it's a man who's the victim, you have to say it's bad, right?
but
Like,
you
calm down.
aren't gonna
It's not
find
as
like
bad
who I
as it's
actually
trying
am
to
with
make
that.
it was.
That a majority of
It's
Peter
on
Pan
an online name for a
are
reason.
gay. Massive twinks. You know for a fact that he was probably listening to Charlie XCX on his way to work, right? And you could tell by the demeanor, the way they talk, and this woman tries to flirt with them. She'll say shit like this.
They definitely do seem quite camp, a lot of them. I don't know if it's fair to immediately label them all as gay just off the bat without knowing anything about them, though. I did make a comment earlier about how they go for like pints on Saturdays with the lads. I take that back. I don't think they seem like that type of person at all. But again, like, you never fucking know, man. They're actors, isn't it? It's an assumption. It's not an assumption founded on nothing, but it is an assumption. I don't think it makes this behavior any better or worse, though.
Yeah, girl, he's a brat before his top boyfriend, right? And here's where this shit gets crazy, y'all.
This video is unhinged, man. Bro, this girl's fucking... She's dropping little tidbits of just gold here that I'm not sure exactly how I feel about. She's made a follow-up video about the gaydar comments.
I realize so many Disney adults have no gaydar, okay? Because you'll have a motherfucker that looks like Kurt from Glee. You know, let me throw up a picture of Kurt. Hold on. And then they're telling me, how dare you say he's gay and assume sexuality? This is how these women try to gag me. They're like, well, you come across more masculine. How would you like it if I said you were a lesbian? Like, ding, 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 ding. If the blind can see, the lame can walk. Yes, I am.
That's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. I like that a lot. Because I did see a bunch of comments saying that. Even I thought it there for a second. But she's bang on. That's fucking hilarious. Although I will say, some of you men have no gay. The amount of, like, the comments I get that are the most shocked on this channel is when I, like, I come out. Is when I come out as, like, heterosexual. Because for some reason, everyone thinks I'm gay. Which, honestly, I take it as a compliment, by the way. One thing I've found in life is that if you're a man and you have a personality, or you're just, I don't know, if you're cool, then the gay allegations are just comes with it, I guess. But no, I'm not gay, unless it's for your dad.
Gay as if it's an insult. No, I just recognize my own people. And they refuse to believe that because that would mean that they would have to recognize that they are making these men uncomfortable.
Nah, regardless of whether or not Peter Pan or the actors are gay,
It's still uncomfortable. Like, men can be uncomfortable with being hit on.
This wouldn't be as bad. It's still just as bad, in my opinion.
Woman is not the trailblazer for this. Okay, she's a small piece of the puzzle. Zoom out and it's fucking Vecna. There's been an obsession, a cult following for Peter Pan actors in particular since the Tumblr days, all right? And this is the sad part, is if your identity gets revealed, you get fired from Disney, right? So imagine life being already hard as it is. You're trying to pay your bills. Your employer brings you in and they're like, hey, you're really good at your job, like almost too good at it, but because people found out who you were, we gotta fire you. I throw hands, right? And Peter Pan apparently doesn't get any protection at Disneyland. Like, he has to fend for himself. He's got no security, right? But here's what I think they can get away with. I think Peter Pan he's a kid, right? He doesn't like adults. I think if a grown woman tries to talk to you and you're Peter Pan, run the fuck away. I think that's very much in character. And the other weird thing is, why are these people obsessed with the one character that is supposed to be a kid forever?
Or if Peter Pan was like, oh, I don't know, you're a little too old for me, don't you think? Like, that could be a funny line to sort of be like, back the fuck up, sort of, if that makes sense. So, like, you know, still very much in character, right? Yeah, he's like 12 years old. He's like 12 years old in the movie. In the books, he's even younger. He's like 8 years old. He's like 8 years old, dude. He's 8 years old. Although obviously mentally, he lives forever. Like, you know what? He's one of them fucking weird anime things where like it's a girl who's clearly a child, and they're like, no, I'm a 2,000-year-old demon woman. It's like, fuck off, you're a child. It's like, oh god, it's horrible.
Fuck off, you're a child.
It's horrible because it is just in a lot, especially when it's like sexualized depictions of them. It's just like softcore simulated CP or CSAM. Guys, a good amount of the Disney Peter Pan actors are women. I'm very serious. I believe it. I almost thought it, seeing some of them.
And you're a character actor at Disney. And you're like, oh, I'm gonna go take pictures with kids today. But when you're Peter Pan, you're like, fuck, I gotta dodge all of these obsessed women, right? Like the stress, bro. Cortisol must be insane.
Tumblr's obsession with Peter Pan 3 years ago. Jesus, what is going on? Let's have a look at this video. Ashley Norton. So this is a notorious.
My foot is
thing.
going
It's not
numb.
new by any means. Guarantee the top comments will be about this situation now. By the way, yep. Who's here from the lady on TikTok?
But for those who don't know, spieling means to reel off, recite, speak glibly, or at length.
We made these last year, and now we want to make them again every year. I'm so excited to be partnering with Dollar General again to show you our
Guess
favorite
what?
school crafters.
I don't care.
Help you. Supposedly, Spieling Pan got his nickname back in 2007 because he would sometimes ride the Storybook ride with Wendy and the guests. And normally there's a guide on the boat telling stories about the different things that you're passing by. And Peter Pan would sometimes do that instead.
And then over here, this is one of the craziest wild animals in the whole wild kingdom. Those are kids. And you want to watch out because they'll latch on you and they won't let go for a good 18 to 20 years.
And so he was doing the boat guide spiel. Spieling Pan. Other people just say it's because he talks a lot, which, I mean, he's Peter Pan. I don't know what they expect. Spieling Pan worked at Disneyland from 2007 to 2011. But as far as I can tell, I think the real internet hype for him really started to pick up steam around 2009 to 2010. And at first, this was on like Disney forums, and eventually it moved over to Tumblr, which is, I would say, the most infamous sect of this fandom, and really what we're talking about today. You know, people would post videos interacting with him on YouTube.
We're stalking Peter Pan, and he just turned this corner, and there he is. There he is.
Oh my god, this is so wild. I had no idea that
So weird.
was this much of like a was this big, was this obsessive. It's been like this for so long. It's huge as well. This isn't just a small subsect. This is like a significant portion of the people who attend Disneyland just to like take part in these weird trends, these weird Peter Pan. Does this exist for any of the other characters, or is Peter Pan like a standout in terms of people who are obsessed with him?
Where'd he go? Oh my god.
These are gonna be the main lines, and then we're gonna do this.
Camera's shaking like hysterically, and Peter Pan's trying to run away, and they finally catch up to him. It's horrible.
Turned into really compressed, pixelated GIFs. There were, of course, edits, flower crowns, of course, fan fictions. People really liked trying to get him to say internet memes.
Would you be able to say, keep calm and stay sassy?
What?
What a shit meme as well. Of all the fucking memes to pick, that is horrible.
Keep calm and stay.
Why would you keep calm?
That
sounds like something a pirate would do. It'd be very boring, and they'd probably fall asleep a lot, because they do, you know. And then if you just keep calm, you wouldn't go on any adventures, because you'd just be all bored like this. No, I don't think you should do that. I think you should, instead of keep calm, you should stay adventurous, and what's the other thing?
Well, it was keep something, stay something.
Mm-hmm.
So
Keep adventuring, and then what's the other thing?
We'll stay sassy, but whatever you want it to be.
Stay not a grown.
Peter Pan has like 5 things he can talk about. And so if you just give him a deodorant stick, he somehow has to bring that back to fighting pirates and saying, Tinkerbell. I haven't seen Peter Pan in a long time. I really don't know what he says, but you know, something like that.
Peter, can you say hi to my friends Harry, Zane, Liam, Louie, and Niall? Do you want me to say that again?
Harry, Zane, Liam, Louis, Lyle. Was that right? I think I got it. I'd make a fucking great Peter Pan. Make sure I'm the right color exactly, or the right hair, or the right stature. Maybe I wouldn't make a very good Peter Pan. Who would I make a good? Who would I be good at? I can't think of anyone. Lafayette, I guess. I'll go as Lafayette for Comic-Con. That'll be fun. I get it right though. Did I get it right?
Can you say hi to my friends Harry, Zane, Liam, Louie, and Niall?
I got it right. Harry, Zane, Liam, Louis, Lyle. I fucking smashed that. Probably wasn't even that hard. I'm giving myself way too much credit.
Pretty soon, entire blogs were dedicated to their favorite Peters at Disneyland. Blogs like F Yeah Spieling Peter and This Pan is Hot. Really to the point.
Holy shit. How is this? This is fucking insane, dude. There's so much. And everyone go watch this Ashley Norton video, by the way. I'm not going to show the whole thing, obviously, because it's her video, and it's a very good video. Like, this is very extensive. I've been a fan of Peter Pan for 15 years now. It's pretty annoying seeing Stealing Pan, Huggy Pan, etc. So many people suddenly became part of the fandom when One Direction and All Time Low made Peter Pan a thing. Oh my god, they're gatekeeping the Peter Pan fandom.
Something about gatekeeping Peter Pan that just makes me Wow. Here we just have a gif of Peter Pan reading to other Peter Pans. I don't know where those other Peter Pans came from. I'm going to Disneyland at the end of the month, and I thought I'd give Peter a letter with all the people that appreciate what he's done for the children he meets every day. Reblog this, and I'll put the URL in this letter. I don't care how many notes this gets. I will put everyone who likes or reblogs this in the letter. Show Peter we care about him. Keep adventuring and stay not a grown-up.
Oh god, he's inadvertently made a fucking the logo, the fucking catchphrase for all these Peter Pan weirdos. When I met Peter Pan in Disney World, he saw my arm and he grabbed it and held it up and looked at it. There are scars on my arms from self-harm. He said, are those scars from pirates? That old Captain Hook can be so thoughtless sometimes. Doesn't even realize what he does hurts. You can come to Neverland with me. I won't let any marks find your arms again. I asked him why he cared about the marks, and he told me that marks like that made a person grow up too fast. I just wanted you to hear that story.
Which, you know, I would still say
Okay,
probably
that's...
crossing some boundaries.
Why does that actually make me want to cry? That's so sweet, though. It's, like, in character, but... so sweet in, like, a unintentional way.
Yeah, it's not as menacing as... It just didn't happen. Like, it's not real.
Right. It's not real. He's just doing it to be in character, but it's still sweet.
I guess. And the actor who played Spieling Peter actually did address the story on his Tumblr, so I feel like I want to put his piece out there as well. He said, just to be clear, there's a post going around about a girl who had pirate scars on her arms and her interaction with Peter Pan. Initially, I thought people were just sharing this with me, but I'm seeing now that I'm being credited for having said these things. While I absolutely support the message, this isn't an interaction I personally had. I will say I experienced similar moments, and I'm so happy to see others finding strength from this post. But I just wouldn't feel comfortable receiving credit for something I didn't do. This is a subject that is very close to my heart, though, and I'm very excited to be getting involved with To Write Love on Her Arms. Check out that website. You are not alone. Hope is real, help is real, your story is important.
Admirable. It's a classy message from him. And then this here is,
right?
Is the message that he's responding to here as well. So they're just making up, like, they're writing fan fiction about how this real person interacted with their self-harm.
And you know, it may seem arbitrary, but I don't think it's insignificant that the Peter Pan wig that all of the actors had to wear happened to very much resemble the trendy scene haircut of the time. And Spieling Pan in particular has almost the stock image face of the straight man in your high school production of Beauty and the Beast. I mean, he even has a sideways smirk, for God's sake. I also found this picture of him playing Terrence, and I shouldn't be surprised because it is just him, but it's Peter Pan in different font. It is the same goddamn smirk. And ultimately, Peter Pan was such a phenomenon because he happened to fit into this much larger category of Tumblr fandom known as the Tumblr Sexy Man. Now, the Tumblr Sexy Man can be a lot of things.
God, alright, you know what? I don't even want to know about the Tumblr Sexy Man. Again, that's
yeah.
more than 3 years ago.
I think I'm good.
The girl who's obsessed with Peter Pan is a great example of that viral video from that woman who said a few months ago, the girl who's obsessed with Peter Pan is a great example of that viral video from that woman who said a few months ago, parents, don't let your children be weird. And what weird is referring to is socially unacceptable behavior.
That's such facts, by the way. This is such and by the way, when he says socially unacceptable behavior, he doesn't mean just different, right? Like if they're into Dungeons and Dragons, or they play like a certain video game, or I don't know, there may be a different sexual orientation or something along those lines, that's different completely. When he says like socially unacceptable behavior, I'm sure what he means there is like, you know, hitting other children, like during playtime, that kind of thing. Or having like no friends, like always being left out, not knowing how to play with other kids. Because stuff like that is extremely difficult to grow out of, and it is so impactful in your child's life.
Their own sense of style, their own interests, their own hobbies, their own passions, their own personality. That's not the issue. It's do not let your children participate in socially unacceptable behavior and let it go uncorrected. Because if you do, you end up with people like the Peter Pan girl. You've probably seen photos or the videos of the guys that play these Peter Pans, and they're freaked out every time they see her. They try to they try to hide it, they show it for just a second, but these guys are taking a long drag from a cigarette after every single time they end a shift when that girl shows up. And when you don't correct socially unacceptable behavior, like with the Peter Pan girl, what happens is that person can't see how that behavior is wrong. So she's kind of got these blinders on, if you want to think about it in a way. She can't read the body language language or the facial expressions. Like there's that one video of the guy actually backing up into a wall, and you can tell he's like, oh God, like holy shit, because she showed up again. So yes, please let your child be independent, their own person, their own free thinker. They don't have to be a conformist, but you need to correct socially unacceptable behavior.
Yeah, it would be a completely different thing, by the way, if she did realize how uncomfortable he was, but continued pursuing. That'd be a lot worse, in my opinion. But there is almost this ignorance about her and like an actual, like a genuine inability to tell that she's making them uncomfortable. That makes me feel a little bit sorry for her as well, because she's being failed by the people around her who should be putting her in her place a little bit, if that makes sense. Yeah, this is a good. Don't let your child be weird equals please make sure your child is self-aware of their surroundings and society. Yeah, I think self-awareness is is sort of the underlying message here. And I'm self-aware enough to realize that this video's gone on long enough. So thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. Bye.
Oh my god. Oh, sorry. I love this one creator's cosplays, and it just came up in my feed, so I watched it. I've been live for like an hour, so I'm gonna go to bed, I think, because it's 4:30 in the morning. I haven't slept yet. Guess I'm gonna eat, guess I'm gonna drink, take your medication if it's time.